There is no higher honor in the military than earning a Medal of Honor. It's given to those who risked their lives and in many times lost it in unimaginable bravery. Of the tens of millions of men and women who have served, there are only 61 Medal of Honor recipients alive today. And there's a new building to honor each of them just north of us in Arlington. It's the National Medal of Honor Museum, and it opens tomorrow. And we are honored right now to be joining us live from the National Medal of Honor Museum. One of the reasons why it was built, Medal of Honor recipient, retired Army Staff Sergeant Clint Romachet. Sergeant, thank you so very much for your time. What is this like for you right now to know that your story will live on forever in the building that surrounds you?
You know, it's great to see this come together here in Arlington, Texas, and have the museum not just sharing my story, but all the recipients' story to highlight what that extraordinary service to country looks like, but really to highlight that just ordinary individuals being put in situations and doing extraordinary things. Every American is capable of that. Deep down in our soul, that's what's in our DNA. When things get tough, Americans always rise to the occasion. And the museum highlights that with all the stories of the 3,600 recipients of the Medal of Honor, the 61 living. We'll rotate through, like, you gotta come and see and be part of this experience.
Oh, absolutely. And again, it opens tomorrow. I can't wait to hear about it. You talk about every American has this in them, but I can't imagine your situation. We don't have time for the whole thing, but in Afghanistan in 2009, surrounded, ambushed on all four sides, badly wounded, and yet you still fought to keep your outpost with your soldiers. How did you keep your cool, though, in the moment where especially you were hit by an RPG, right?
You know, it's one of those situations where you never think you'll be in until you find yourself in it. And the one thing with military service is you never do anything alone. You always have your battle buddies to your left and right. That day I had 52 other great Americans right alongside me. 8 of them gave up their lives so I could come home. And like I said, everything I did that day, I wasn't thinking about getting hurt or dying, or it was what was happening to everybody else. And it's weird to kind of put it in this concept. You look at how the odds were stacked against us. Taliban had 400 fighters, overran our perimeter, you know, and we came out on top that day because the enemy hated us and they just wanted to kill us because they hate what we stand for. We didn't fight back because we hated them. We loved each other so much, and it was that motivational love for your brothers to your left and right that helped us be triumphant that day.
I would love to talk more about your story, but we have to talk about this building right here. And you have kids, I know. Do your kids have any idea what you did? Because before they were born, you're going to bring them in now. Do they have any idea what Dad was about?
You know, as they're getting older, they're starting to realize it a little more. But still, at the end of the day, Dad's still the guy that takes out the trash and shovels the snow, helps them with homework. And it's really a blessing to see that, you know, they understand what I did, but they also humble you and tease me. It's like, why do people want your autograph? Don't they know your handwriting is horrible, Dad? So it's always a blessing to have your kids kind of bring you and ground you back to earth. But to be able to walk through these halls and show them this amazing museum, I want to share everybody else's story, and I hope they get to see those.
Talk a little bit about the actual museum itself. We're seeing pictures right now. It's gorgeous, but you said how many people's stories are in this museum? They've
got right now about 300 on display that will be rotated out kind of as time goes by. It's really interesting how interactive things are and how you feel, you know, it come to life, and you feel the weight of the sacrifice, and you see all those just simple little things that you didn't think. You know, my FFA jacket is hanging up here. You know, I hadn't seen that thing in years, but for me growing up, that was a big part of my life, growing up ranching and farming. Be able to show the next generation, look, we come from all different walks of life. The design of this thing, how it's setting on these 5 pillars for each branch of service, the weight that it has to bear really symbolizes what we're doing in this country and gives a nod back to all those men and women that have worn that uniform. And every American that's being more of a citizen, giving back to their country and not taking from it.
Yeah, the stories I can only imagine. I doubt there'll be much conversation inside that museum. It's just going to be awe-inspiring, jaw-dropping. Again, Medal of Honor recipient, retired Army Staff Sergeant Clint Romachet. Thank you so very much for your time, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.